Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an Hawk 12 or HWK 12. It's located on the defending spawn of Siegfried Line under the command of Dell. Game started. Assault battle, 10 minutes long, and it's his job to defend. Okay, the Hawk, or rather the HWK 12, or not sure is that the number designation, but it's actually a 12-ton light tank with 3 crew, a 90mm gun, and well, the Germans didn't actually build this one. It was supposed to be a prototype. They actually did build some Hawks, Hawk 10s, and those were sold to Germany, to Mexico rather. But this one, well, on Siegfried Line, the thing is, it's very, very small, very low profile, but it does have reasonable number of hit points. But it's got very light armor, and that's why it's so quick. Now, quite a fast reload again, 6.17 seconds, 90mm gun, which is capable of doing 240 alpha, and the heat rounds can go up to 250mm of penetration, 180 for standard. Now basically everything that Filipperino is doing right now is to try and highlight where the enemy are. Oh, we find an HE round at that UDES and got clobbered for 370 hit points back. Puts another one into him, but this time round he got hit by the 53 TP a little further over. So I think he has to leave this position for the moment, because if he stays where he is, that 53 TP is going to finish him off. He's down to just 40% or 37% actually of his health. So I think he has to take a less active role at spotting for his tank destroyers, because if he stays up at the front he will die. Something he's noticed though is that the enemy seems to have a free hand in the south. Nobody seems to have gone down that way, and while we do have a light tank up in the north and LCTB, there's nobody down here spotting for the rest of our crew. So, right, he's found a Pershing, and he's got some damage assist already on that Pershing. He's looking to put a round into the guy himself. He's using the bush mechanic. He fires one in, gets a nice little hit. And that Pershing's on his last legs and goes. Okay, now he has been spotted. And he's got these lakes here, and they're very good for dipping into the lake quickly to go down the bank so you disappear from sight. Very handy, those things. Just dash across the path and he's got another set of banks that he can exploit. Now there's a Link 6x6 out in the field, but he hasn't come any further in. And it looks to me like nobody is guarding their heavies as they try to get in through the south route. And that means that Filipperino can go to work on them. And yes, he got a nice hit on the IS-2 too. And can he put him out of the game? Yes, he does. He's got a kill. And quite a sizable one at that. Going for the 50 TP. Didn't go through the armor. The angle was wrong. Can he get this one in? Nope, that one hit the side armor, but it wasn't enough to get through. And that one did. And he tracked him at the same time. That's better. 266. It actually went between the tracks and the suspension. There's Waffenträger auf Panzer IV there. Oh, that would be a lovely target. He's loading an HE round. The HE rounds will do much more damage. He fires it in. Yes, gets 127. The HE rounds will do 320 alpha. So he fires another one in and gets another hit. 136. I don't think the Waffenträger can see him, and he's trying to maneuver to get out of the way. And that's tempting Filipperino to come out to the field and finish him off. Okay, going for another HE round. Fires one in. Just misses him. He's having to get closer. Not that it's really desirable. And he spotted a tortoise up on the hill. And, well, don't think the tortoise has spotted him yet, though. But if he fires... Oh! He's firing the heat rounds now to try and get through the side of the tortoise. Yep, that's worked into the engine bay. 246, nice, keep it up. Tortoise is aware, he's turned. And Arty's also helping us now. No, he's popped back, he's going for the weak spot, and he gets it. He gets the turret. Yeah, that machine gunner's turret on the Tortoise. It's an easy spot there, that little cupola with the machine guns in. I say it's easy, but it actually isn't easy, especially when you're a little light tank and a long range away. It's not quite 300 meters, and he's just lost sight of the Tortoise as well. The guy's pulled back far enough, and oh, now we've got a T-28, Tier 8 American tank destroyer. And yep, gets one through the roof. Can he get another one in? Again, it's difficult, very, very difficult. He's got to watch out for that Tortoise, just in case the Tortoise spots him. Oh, there he is. And he's very low on hit points now, that Tortoise. He could probably get him with one shot in the cupola. Yes! Second kill. What a shot that one was. Very accurate. And he spotted the enemy Arty. There he is. Well, one HE round, I think. Oh, he hasn't got any HE, so he'll have to fire AP. And he took out the Su-14-1 with just one shot. Okay, that Waffenträger, where is he? There's the other enemy Arty. He could end up with the Pascucci's if he can take him out, but it's the 212A. And, well, that one penetrated. He's going to have to get closer. There he is. Yes, nice one. One more. The 212A fires blind. And he's out the game. That's a Pascucci's medal. There's the T-28. And he's pointing directly at us. He misses us. But unfortunately, Filipperino's shell bounces off the frontal armour. Is he going to get one more shot before he has to dive into cover? Well, he's trying to get that cupola at long range. Doesn't get it, I'm afraid. Still using the heat rounds. Needs to get closer to get a much more accurate shot. But that also might put him in view range of the T-28. He can certainly see the T-28, but he can't be seen by him. And he's going to go for the side. Oh, yes! 5 kills now. And there's only one enemy left and between him and a Top Gun. And he's on the other side of the battlefield. Now, he's one of 3 left on his team. The Arty's in the south. And the Object 430 on the enemy team's just been wiped out, which means the end of the game. And they are victorious. They defended the town. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Ace tanker for Filipperino in the Hawk 12. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 8, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 5, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. The only other medal he managed to get in that one was a Pascucci's medal because he took out 2 of the enemy Arty. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Object 430U. Actually, Object 430, not a 430U. This is the Tier 9 version. And he managed to get 4,097 hit points, but he didn't pick up a high caliber. Filipperino managed to get 3,793. And the next high score after that was the Object 263 on their team with 2,967. When it came to kills, he had the highest number with 5. The next high scorers were the Object 430 and the T28 with 3 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, he's definitely got the tops with 1,620. And that's mainly because he was spotting quite a lot of damage as well as doing it. And the next high scorer was the ST1 with 927, the Batch at 155.55 with 904. He fired 32 rounds, got 26 direct hits and only 17 penetrations. Some of the shots he was firing, he had difficulty getting to the exact spot he wanted, and the shells were either ricocheting off. They hit the target, but they ricocheted off, or they just didn't pen. 4 splash damage as well, because he did fire HE rounds. 3,793 hit points of damage, which 2,256 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits and both were penetrations. I'm afraid that was when he was on the north side of the field. One of them from the UDES, the other one from the 53 TP. He was also spotted 4 enemy vehicles, 2 of them the Arty and 1 of them the Tortoise and the T-28, and 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 killed, and 2,599 hit points of spotting assist, and that's a very big score to go with the actual damage that he did during the game. On a premium account, he earned 41,574 credits, but I'm afraid he did fire a fair amount of heat rounds during that game, and they are expensive at tier 8. And so, after repair, ammunition, resupply, consumables, and yes, he did spend the consumables, he actually ended up with a small loss of 18,147 credits. He received 1,620 XP, got ×2 for the first victory, 4,860 experience points altogether, so not a bad game there. And it was also a very good tip for people in watching his gameplay. You see, while he was getting over or outmatched where he was in the north, what did he do? He redeployed himself to a different zone. He could see that the team was actually lacking in a scout on the south side of the map, whilst the enemy actually did occupy that area. And what did he do? He redeployed himself, he got to the south side of the map, he spotted the death of 1 enemy tank that was in the vicinity, and then dominated the south end by shooting at the enemy tanks that were trying to get into the town, and also spotting the guys who were out in the field trying to do damage to the guys in the town. So I think he was instrumental in helping his team win, because if he'd stayed where he was, he would have been wiped out by the enemies in the north. But because he redeployed and went south, he actually helped to beat the enemy by taking on the enemy tanks that were actually assisting the guys in the north. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.